The chosen ones are often the most unjustly treated. They lied about you, spread hatred against you, insulted you, and tried to diminish your worth. Does it feel like the world turned its back while they posed as victims? Let me remind you, God saw it all. The enemy's schemes may seem successful now, but nothing escapes the eyes of the Almighty. Every word spoken against you, every plot devised to harm you, is being accounted for. While they work to destroy your reputation, God is preparing to restore it. What they used to tear you down, He will use to lift you up. Stay with me, because the truth about God's justice and His plans for your life will give you the strength to rise above it all. God's justice is unshakable, a force that uncovers the schemes of the wicked and upholds the integrity of the faithful. Proverbs 15 verse 3 tells us, "The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good." Even when deceit and lies seem to flourish, God's watchful gaze misses nothing. This truth reassures us that no injustice escapes His divine attention. Many times, the enemy will create illusions to make evil appear victorious. However, just as darkness cannot overcome light, deceit cannot stand against truth. God's justice operates beyond human timelines, exposing falsehoods at the perfect moment. Think about moments in your life when lies seem to triumph temporarily, only to be exposed by time and truth. Justice is not always immediate, but it is certain. The stories of Joseph, Job, and countless others remind us that God's plans are perfect, even when circumstances seem unfair. Joseph's journey from betrayal to leadership in Egypt shows that what the enemy meant for harm, God turned into good. Hold on to your faith, knowing that divine justice will prevail in His perfect timing. Faith is the anchor that holds us steady in life's storms. Hebrews 11 verse 1 reminds us, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." When faced with injustice or adversity, it's easy to lose hope, but faith in God assures us that He is working even in the unseen. Prayer becomes the lifeline, connecting us to His strength and reminding us that He is near, regardless of the circumstances. Perseverance is not just enduring hardships, it's actively trusting God through them. Think of David, who was anointed as king, but faced years of trials before his throne. His perseverance came from a deep trust in God's promises, sustained by prayer and worship. Just like David, we can face life's challenges with courage, knowing that God is faithful to fulfill His word in due time. Maintaining faith requires daily action. Start your day with prayer, declaring God's promises over your life. Engage with the Bible to find strength and guidance in His word. When injustice strikes, remember that faith is not passive. It's a declaration of trust in a God who sees, acts, and restores. Through faith and perseverance, we become unshakable, even when the world tries to break us. God is the ultimate restorer of truth, turning lies and deceit into stepping stones for His glory. Proverbs 12 verse 19 states, "Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a moment." When we face slander or betrayal, it's comforting to know that God not only sees but also acts in His perfect timing to restore what was broken. He transforms humiliation into honor and shame into victory. Consider Joseph, whose brothers sold him into slavery, spreading lies about his disappearance. What seemed like a story of injustice turned into a testimony of God's power to restore. Joseph rose to a position of authority, proving that God's plans cannot be thwarted by the enemy's schemes. In the same way, the harm others intend for us can become part of God's greater plan to uplift and vindicate us. Restoration isn't just about external circumstances. It begins in the heart. Trust God to heal wounds caused by lies and betrayal. Pray for clarity and strength as He works to restore your reputation and purpose. Engage in acts of faith, like forgiving those who wronged you, to align yourself with His restorative power. With God on your side, truth will always prevail. Trials are not meant to break you. They are designed to shape you into a stronger and wiser version of yourself. James 1 verses 2-4 reminds us, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Every hardship you face is an opportunity for growth, a chance to develop resilience and deepen your faith. Look at Job's story. He lost everything, family, wealth, and health, yet remained steadfast in his faith. Through his trials, Job not only regained what he had lost, but also experienced a deeper relationship with God. His scars became his testimony, a reminder that God's plans are greater than our pain. In the same way, your struggles can become stepping stones to a brighter, God-ordained future. To transform through trials, shift your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn?" Embrace practices like journaling your prayers, meditating on God's promises, and connecting with a community of believers for support. These steps will help you see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for God's power to shine through your life. Living with purpose aligns you with God's divine plan, opening the doors to true abundance. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 reassures us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." When we commit ourselves to God's will, abundance flows, not just materially, but spiritually and emotionally as well. Purpose is more than ambition. It's about walking in the path God has set for you. Consider Esther, who risked her life to save her people. Her courage and faith aligned with God's purpose, bringing deliverance and blessings not just for herself, but for an entire nation. When you live with purpose, you become a vessel for God's work, impacting lives far beyond your own. Abundance is a result of trusting God's timing and provision. To align yourself with His purpose, practice gratitude daily, even for small blessings. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your faith journey. As you focus on fulfilling the role God has given you, you'll find that abundance is not something you chase. It is a natural outcome of living in harmony with His plan. You've seen how God's justice works, turning every lie, every attack, and every scheme against you into a testimony of His power. But now, the question is, how will you respond? Will you allow the actions of others to define you, or will you stand firm in the promises of God? Remember, being chosen means carrying a unique strength that the enemy fears. Your scars are not signs of defeat, but symbols of resilience and divine restoration. Take a moment to reflect. What steps can you take today to align yourself with God's purpose? How can you transform the pain of injustice into a platform for victory? Stay steadfast in prayer, immerse yourself in His Word, and seek His guidance. God is not finished with you yet. Justice is coming, and His plans for your life are far greater than anything the enemy could ever disrupt.